The days of web giants like Facebook resisting content regulation seem to be over. There's now a move to give them guardrails to win back trust. But it's unclear exactly how Canada will do that in a way which will be acceptable to the social media site. Here's Michael Couteur.
We welcome regulation. We're calling for more of it.
A decidedly different tone from Facebook before a parliamentary committee hearing. In the past, web giants like Facebook have resisted regulations by governments, but the Canadian head of the social media platform is signaling a shift.
Regulations could set baseline standards for what kind of content is prohibited online and require social media companies to build systems to enforce these standards. The status quo of having private companies decide what is and isn't acceptable speech online is not sustainable longer term and lacks transparency.
The change comes from the top. Last year, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said if there aren't standards, then people could lose faith in institutions of technology. Some observers believe it's part of a strategy to appear more open.
They accept a certain type of regulation that doesn't undermine their business model, and in fact might even help them, both in relation to other competitors, but also helps them make these tough decisions around what kind of speech should stay on or stay off.
Canada is looking at content regulation separately from content remuneration, which is an even bigger issue. Facebook is pushing back against Australia's model to have web giants pay news organizations for content shared on their platforms. Chan says Facebook offers a referral value.
Newspaper publishers in Canada benefit from free distribution on Facebook, which we estimate to be on the order of hundreds of millions of dollars.
Some MPs pushed back on that sense of benevolence.
Newspapers are dropping like flies in this country, and this is one of the biggest issue, if not the biggest issue right now in that industry, is they're getting nothing from you.
Nous examinons actuellement une
Heritage Minister Stéphane Guilbeault told the committee the government is looking at a made-in-Canada formula to compensate news organizations for their content shared on digital platforms. The minister says legislation for both remuneration and regulation is coming soon. Michael Couteur, Global News, Ottawa.